Tired of serving up the same old tasty fiddles for your family? Step up your grill game with new seasonings from Coy's Southern Eats. Based off famous Southern recipes, our seasonings will add what's been missing to your family's feast. Add it to steak, chicken, shrimp, you name it. Serving up these fixings is going to make you the hero at home. So head on over to CoysSouthernEats.com and order yours today. Come get you some.
And everybody, welcome to the Sunday, September 17th edition of the Razorback Diamond Report with Dudley Dawson. I'm your host, Jason Pattyson. I want to thank John James for all of the incredible shots that he provides us each week. Also, Pixabay for the music, and Coy's Southern Eats. They are our lone sponsor right now, and you can go on and find any of their great products at CoysSouthernEats.com, Amazon, and in select stores in Central Arkansas. Also, you should really try them out because back in the day, you had Coy Steakhouse up here in Fayetteville, also in Hot Springs. They kind of moved their operations to more of a seasoning aspect, but you should definitely try to recreate some of those nostalgic memories that you had at Coy Steakhouse. Come get you some. Dudley, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. It's been a busy day, but it's always good when there's sports to cover.
Always, always. You've been a busy guy today, haven't you?
Yeah, me and Drake Pretty both got some scrimmage coverage in. He went to baseball. I went to softball. Got a chance to see the 4 new transfers that softball has, the 4 new freshmen that they've got, and obviously getting Rylan Hedgecock back was a big deal. She announced her presence with a 3-run homer in the first inning today, and that lineup is just loaded from 1 to 9, or today it's from 1 to 10 since they batted 10. Really good effort, I thought, in that first inning. And then Coach Stiefel was a little bit upset. She wanted them to keep that same intensity after that first inning. They ended up winning 7-1. But I think she was looking for more like 15-1 or 18-1 or something like that, which Wichita State did beat McLennan Community College 16-3 yesterday. It's the same team they played today.
Gotcha. So there is something that I do want to announce really quick. Mm-hmm. And Dudley, you confirmed this today. It was something I've been working on for the last couple of weeks. Next week at 4:30, we will have Coach Courtney Deifel on with us for the Razorback Diamond Report, and excited to have her on the show.
Yeah, looking forward to that. We'll be able to talk about today's scrimmage, what's gone on in practice since they started, and what they will do this next week. They do have the Razorbacks Unlimited Inter-Squad scrimmage. They're going to have Friday at 5:30. They've got 4 of those. Also going to go to the University of Missouri, Kansas City and play. And basically, it's Fallapalooza, but I call it Softballapalooza because a lot of teams are going to be there. They're going to do that on October 7th and 8th. So I think they're excited. They have a lot of options, a lot of competition, and that's what you want. Got a chance to talk to Hannah Gamble and Bree after the Ellis after the scrimmage today, and they're both excited about what they've got and excited about Hannah, especially this is her senior year, and she really thinks they have the opportunity to go win a national championship. After they've got a Gasso on their team now, with DJ and hitting coach, so it's going to be an interesting year, I think, and I've got a couple of little month and a half, I guess, of more fall ball in both of these baseball and softball. So looking forward to
it. Today, the Cardinal come away with the win over the Gray today, 8-2 Sunday afternoon baseball, and that's they had the scrimmage Friday night that you were at that, and then they also had scrimmage this afternoon too. Hudson Polk, I think he's starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, him and Parker Rowland have both, are not ready to turn over the catching to the new guys yet. You've got Hudson White who transferred in from Texas Tech. Ryder Helfrich is a big time recruit they've got in. They're going to have to find ways to play all those guys, and I'm sure they're going to be able to do it. You've obviously got a DH. Peyton Stovall is going to be able to play second base from all indications, so you won't have to have him at first base or using him as the DH. But again, as we talked with softball, lots of great options to have as he's gone out and done a great job in the portal again, as well as getting a lot of freshmen. They got a lot of freshmen taken. 7, I guess, in the draft and all that. But they knew most of those guys were going to go. Maybe 1 or 2, got drafted that they didn't think. But they were able to they've got a nice crew here, and I think it's going to be exciting to watch, especially with all the left-handed pitching they have. I think they have 11 left-handed pitchers on the squad. Right now, I think the 48 or so they've got on the roster.
Well, that's now. When is the next scrimmage for baseball and for softball?
Going to have baseball is going to be Friday and Sunday of next weekend. They usually take Saturday off. That'll be open to the public, and as all these have been, just like Friday night, I think they had close to 5,000 for that. It's kind of a stage thing, the fall classic. But most of these are just at 1:30 or 2 in the afternoon. And it's a great opportunity to see all these new guys. Print off your roster sheet to go watch them, because there's a lot of new guys, a lot of new numbers that you want to take a look at.
And that also goes for the softball team too, because you got the 4 transfers plus the incoming freshmen. It was a little, and with the roster turnover that Coach Courtney Deifel and Coach Dan Van Horten have had, you're kind of, and with the transfer portal, you're kind of having to do the kind of the Eric Musselman thing where each year you can't just depend on knowing, okay, this person's at this place, and this place. You got to kind of refamiliarize yourself every time the season rolls around.
Yeah, the portal has transformed everything. I think there's a lot of positives to it. There's a lot of negatives to it. Not only do you get some great kids in, but you have some kids, who maybe are not getting to play in a certain sport, who just hightail it out of here instead of having the commitment that you used to. But that's the way the rules work now. They decided if the coaches could leave it whenever they wanted to, they were going to allow the players to do it. And I think that's good. I do think that, the deal where you transfer twice, you got to sit, you can't be immediately eligible. You're not going to get a waiver and those sort of things. I think, as a step toward the right way, but it's just really weird how college sports has changed over just the past 2 or 3 years.
It really has. It really has. Well, like I said, it's going to be kind of a shortened show today. We've got Limbo Parks coming in right after this. So there was a question that I wanted to pose to Otis that I didn't get a chance to. There was a lot of football stuff that we were having to unpack, and there was a lot of comments, questions, concerns. We were going through all of that. There's one question I want to pose to you, Dudley. And this is kind of off topic for just a second. if you had to work for a sports team and you did not like the gear that they had, would you still wear it?
Of course, I have a lot of different shirts that I'm not fond of that have logos on them, but that's how they designed the World Championship shirts. That I have. So you have to get with the program sometime. And let's be honest, I have my own style, but I'll never be called fashionista.
The last question I've got for you then would be: would you wear a Lakers anything?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Unless I lost a bet or something, and I don't think Otis would do it either. I mean, I haven't supported these teams for 60 years. For no reason. You got to have some standards. Now, I root for, if the Lakers are not playing the Celtics, I root for Otis to be happy, which means the Lakers win. You notice I said I root for Otis to be happy. I didn't say I root for the Lakers to win. But, I like for Otis to be happy and, for the group to be in a good mood. But, yeah, I've been with all these teams pretty much since their existence. That's how old I am, especially, coming off the World Championship NHL title from my Las Vegas Golden Knights, who I have been with all 6 years of their existence.
That's awesome. I asked my wife that question. She's from Minnesota. She's a huge Vikings fan. I asked her, I said, if and only if you were employed by the Packers, would you wear their gear? And she looked at me with a resounding hell no.
Well, I think that that would be the deal. I would never be employed by a team I don't like. So I just, especially at age 60, when I'm trying to get to Social Security, man, before the politicians take it away. So.
I was going to say, yeah, you want to get in the back door right there before they snatch it out of your hands. Because I'm 40 years old, and I don't know if it's going to be there or not. Don't know if it's going to be there in 5 years. Don't know if it's going to be there in 10 years. So I always got to make plans. That's one of the reasons, honestly, that I also have made the change, because a lot of people don't know, by trade, I'm a nurse. Mm-hmm. I've worked as a nurse for almost 10 years now. I'm making the transition into sports media. And my wife has asked me this. She's like, why are you doing this? I said, because
that's where all the money's at, baby.
Exactly.
That is not true.
It is, man. All right. Well, Dudley, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll next week we'll be on at 4:30. We will have Coach Courtney Deifel on live with us. So be sure to tune in, and we will see you all next week.
All right, man.